Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to TodayIFeelLike.com. Today we're going to check out the Roland R-07 high resolution audio recorder. We're going to unbox it, test it out, see how it performs. Let's get into it. Okay, so here it is. This is the Roland R-07 high resolution audio recorder. And let's just take a look around the box here. You can see this is what the device looks like, and it is Bluetooth enabled, which is really nice. On the side here is just a little bit more branding and the name of the device. On the back, it tells you that this is it has a stylish, modern design and 24-bit 96 kilohertz audio for high-quality recordings. Just about anywhere. It's Bluetooth, wireless monitoring. Wow, that's really nice. Remote control for easy clutter-free recording and playback, dual-level recordings, hybrid light limiting and professional results in mission-critical situations, scene function for instant one-touch setup of any recording scenario, and the package includes the R-07, a micro SD card, and 2 AA batteries, so you get up to 15 hours of record and playback, and an owner's manual. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up, and let's see if we have everything in here that's supposed to come in here and see what we actually get. So let's see if I can get this if I can get the box out. So let's pull this out. There we go. And we'll set that off to the side, and here we have the there we have the Roland right there. See if we can open this up. All right, we'll get this out first here and see if we can, maybe we have to open this up from the top there. So let's open that up there and see if this slides out. There we go, it slides on out. Look at that. They really did pack this thing in there so that you can't get it. Maybe they don't want you to use it. So, all right, there we go. We got it out, and let's see if we can get this thing out of the package, and there we have it. So it's out of the package now, and yeah, it looks like there's a little plastic over top of this, so we'll take that off there. There we go. And so it's a nice looking screen that we have there. Yeah, it's a nice looking device. They actually give you two Energizer batteries, which are really nice. That way you can get going right away. So it says there's two batteries, so we have that. We also have, it says an SD card, so this is the SD card slot. SD card's actually already in there, so there we have it. The SD card is in there, so we can, it's a little difficult to get out, it looks like, but let's see if we can actually pull this. Well, anyways, it's in there. You guys can see that right in there if you can, that it's in there. So we'll just go ahead and stick that back in there and lock it into place. So we'll have to get that out later when we decide to take our recordings out. So yeah, let's see. There's a little bit of maybe it's tape or something on there. Maybe my screen is scratched. I don't know. Maybe there's another layer of plastic on here. Might just, oh, yep, that's what it is. There's another layer of plastic on there. So there we go. Now it's off. Okay, so this is a device. You can see it has rehearsal mode, it has a lights for peaking, scene, menus, mark, A/B, playback, input, volume controls, all that good stuff there. On this side, we have the owner's manual. It says you can register your product. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that comes with it. It is a really nice looking device. It's much smaller than I anticipated. I have another audio recorder that I normally use, and it's definitely not as thick, maybe just a hair taller than the other one that I have. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead, put some batteries in there. We'll hook up a mic to it, and we'll test this out. All right, so we were able to see what comes in the box when you get the Roland R-07. And I am recording with it right now, so the audio that you're hearing is coming from the Roland, and I have a lav mic plugged into it, which is actually hidden under my sweatshirt. But I'm recording with this right now, so you guys can get an idea what this sounds like. But let's talk a little bit about the good and the bad of this device, and then we'll run some tests. And the first good thing that I want to mention is the form factor. I really like the way the form factor is on this device. It's small, it's light, it's thin enough that it fits really nicely in your pocket without a bunch of bulk, It's just a very, very easy and portable device to use. So you can slip this in your pocket, your front pocket, your back pocket, your jacket pocket. You can put it all kinds of different places. And it actually has a 1/4-20 thread on the back so that you can mount it on top of a camera. So I just really like the form factor of this device. Now, the next thing that I really like about the Roland R-07 audio recorder is that the microphone jack is on the top of the device. Now, this may seem like something simple, but if you're actually using this to put it in your pocket or someone else's pocket, you don't really want the mic jack on the side, because then you always have the mic jack, the microphone cable bending, and eventually it starts to fray and it bends, the coating over the cable breaks, and you end up with all kinds of trouble and your mic will stop working. Well, with it in the top part here, with it loaded right there on the top, you can actually go ahead and just drop it straight in a pocket and the microphone cable comes straight up and out. That way you don't have to worry about any damage or fraying or bending or anything else happening to your microphone cable. So now the next thing that I like about the R-07 is that it offers Bluetooth connectivity. That's right, there's actually Bluetooth on this thing, and it's fantastic because what you can do is you can actually pair up the audio recorder with the pair of Bluetooth earphones or headphones, and then you can monitor your audio remotely. So if you put this on a subject, for instance, or if you place the microphone, say, near a stage, you can actually have this paired up with your earphones, and then you can actually hear what the microphone hears so that you can monitor and know what you're actually going to get. Now, another thing that I really like about this audio recorder is something I mentioned briefly, and that is that it has a 1/4-20 thread on the back of it. Now, this is really important because if you are a blogger or a vlogger, or even if you're just a regular filmmaker and you want to be able to mount this to your camera or a cage, you can simply go ahead and put on a cold shoe adapter on there, and then you can mount it on top of your camera, or you can go ahead and screw this onto a cage or any 1/4-20 thread that you have. It makes it very, very easy to mount this and put it somewhere that is out of the way, and you can use this sort of as like a shotgun mic if you put it on top of your camera. Now, the last good thing that I want to mention is that there's all kinds of other great features in this device. So there's a rehearsal feature that's in there, and they actually have scene features in there. So the scene presets are sort of like if you're going to a concert, or if you're going to do an interview or a speech, or if you know that you record, for instance, like in your rehearsal hall and you always have the same sort of audio profile, you can set up a scene preset so that you can quickly jump to that scene, and the audio settings are already there and saved for you. So now on to the bad. And there are a couple of bad points that I want to mention. One of them is the mic input. So the mic input on here, it does not have a lock on there. Some of the other audio recorders that I've tried, like the Tascam DR10, I believe it is, and the Zoom F1, those have like the locking mechanism that's on there, sort of like Sennheiser uses, but it's very, very secure. So you put the mic jack in there, twist it down, it locks. That way, if it ever gets jarred, it won't come out. Whereas with this one, the mic port is not locking, so if you actually yank the audio cable, or if you yank the audio recorder, then the microphone can actually pull out of there and you could lose your connection. So this last bad thing that I want to mention is not really so bad. It's a good and a bad point, and that is that Roland actually gives an app to go along with this device. So there is an R-07 app that's for both iOS and Android, and the app is really nice because it actually allows you to monitor your levels. It allows you to see your scene inputs. You can start and stop recordings. You can make adjustments while you're recording. There's really a lot that you can do with that app that's very, very cool. But the downside is that you can't actually use the app and have your Bluetooth earphones paired at the same time. You have to decide which one you want to do. So if this really allowed you to actually be able to do both, this would almost be perfect to replace a wireless microphone system, because you can just put this on someone, monitor with your earphones, and then use the app to make adjustments on the fly. All right, you guys, so I'm recording now, and I'm using the Roland R-07, and I'm using a lav mic. I'm actually using a little cheap $25 Purple Panda lavalier mic, and I have it plugged right in here, and it's actually, the microphone's hidden under my sweatshirt here, so you can't really see it. You can see probably the cable, but that's it, and this is the audio recorder going there. And I'm going to actually go ahead and switch over to just the audio from my camera, which is the Sony a7R III, so that you guys can see what that sounds like. So there we go. We switched over, and I am now on the Sony a7R III, and this is just the audio from the camera there so that you guys can hear it, and you guys can let me know what you think. Can you tell a difference? Is it one sound better versus the other? I seem to always really like an external audio source rather than my onboard camera audio, because the mics on most cameras are really pretty bad. Some of them are better than others, but most of them are pretty bad. And so just having the mic source, just the mic closer to your audio source, which at this time is me, it really makes a big difference. And sometimes you just get a much cleaner sound when you have a dedicated audio recorder versus trying to run it through your camera. All right, so now I went ahead and I put the audio recorder on top of my camera, and so it's mounted up there. I just used a little cold shoe adapter there and hooked it right up there to the top of my camera. And I actually have the app running here so I can see my levels. That way I know if I need to lower it or raise it, and I can actually do this in real time. I can lower this down, so you'll notice that it's getting lower there. You probably barely hear me. And back up here, I can go ahead and raise that back up there now, and we can get that so you guys can hear me nice and loud. But we'll find a nice sweet spot here, and we'll go ahead, and now you guys can probably hear me pretty nicely there. So this is with the audio recorder actually mounted on my camera here. And I'm going to go ahead now and switch this over so that you guys can hear just the audio from the camera, and you guys can get an idea of what this sounds like when you have the audio recorder at the same place the camera is, the same distance and everything, but the difference that you're going to get between the audio recorder and the camera audio. So let's switch that over now. And there we go. We've switched over. Now what you're hearing is audio from the Sony a7R III, and same distance, except now I'm just recording with the camera's microphones instead of the Roland. And so what do you guys think about the difference between the sound? I mean, obviously for me, I like the way the Roland sounds. I generally don't record like this. I generally always have a lav mic on me or something. I generally don't use the recorder on top of my camera, but this is an option if you need it. So it's a really nice thing to have. And yeah, I really think this is it sounds pretty good. It can work as a microphone, as a shotgun mic in a pinch if you need to, and so, or if you just want to be hands-free or get this out of your pocket, it's a really nice thing that you have. It's just another great option that's available to you. All right, so I still have the Roland mounted on top of my camera, my Sony a7R III, and we're going to do another quick little test. I have my Rode VideoMic Pro here, so I'm going to go ahead and actually hook this up to the camera, and it's going to be at the same distance as the Roland and the same distance as the camera, obviously, and we're going to see what this sounds like in comparison. Now, one thing that's really nice about using an a shotgun microphone like this is it actually plugs directly into your camera, so you don't have to worry about syncing the audio later. If you're using a Roland device like this, you're gonna have to sync your audio in post. It's not hard. It's very, very quick and simple to do, but it is an extra step. So anyhow, because I'm recording with the Roland right now, let's go ahead and stop this. We'll go ahead and hook up the microphone at the Rode VideoMic Pro, and we'll see what it sounds like plugged directly into the camera. All right, so I went ahead and took the Roland off of my camera, and I mounted the Rode VideoMic Pro on there. So that's what you're hearing right now. This is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged directly into the Sony a7R III. And it's set at at 0, so that you can go minus 10 dB or plus 20 dB, or you can have it just set to 0 on this microphone. So it's set just to 0, so there's no gain added at all. There's no gain taken away. It's just set to just to 0. So we'll see what this sounds like in comparison. Again, it's the same distance. This is a shotgun mic, so it's a little bit more directional. So it should reject audio coming from the sides and from the rear. But there's not really much other audio coming in here. There's a wall right here, so I'm getting a little bit of an echo, but still there's really not much else to be heard except for me. But again, this is the Rode VideoMic Pro plugged directly into the Sony a7R III. All right, so there you have it. That is a look at the Roland R-07 audio recorder. This is a digital audio recorder. It is fantastic. It records high quality WAV files. It has a mic input. It has Bluetooth connectivity so you can hook it up to an app. You can hook it up to wireless earphones so that you can monitor. There's just so much that you can do with this. It has built-in mics. It really is a seriously nice device. And at $199, it's not too expensive. It's not the cheapest audio recorder out there, but it's definitely not the most expensive. And it really delivers a serious punch for the dollar. And I really think this is probably the best option, especially for YouTubers and bloggers and vloggers. I think this is a really great option. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with TodayIFeelLike.com. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.